poem is called The Answer to Everything. When I first met you, you held Chuck Norris and his Kung Fu fist supreme. You said to me, Courtney, don't you know that Chuck Norris is the answer to everything? And in that moment, you were as sweet as honey, so sunny, so bright, that no sarcastic cloud of scoffs and scowls could block you out. And back then, I didn't have much of a sweet tooth, so naturally, I could only handle so much of you. Because when we met, I was trying too hard to be this misunderstood tough chick, but you were always there in the back of my mind, and it would not be the last time we cross each other's orbit. High school is funny like that. You can be 3 feet apart and be worlds away, though we share many friends, and your sunshine was never wavering. It wasn't until our junior year history class that you and your infectious smile would re-enter my life. We had both changed a lot since that first day back in the 8th grade. Though I still had a taste for leather jackets and snark, I had banished all my preconceived notions of bitterness and was learning to enjoy sweetness again. I had outgrown that little angry snarl and that god-awful do-it-yourself haircut, just like you had outgrown that Bieber flip and your skateboard and grown into the brave blues of that ROTC uniform. But you had kept that spoonful of honey personality and that infectious grin. So when I saw you again, it wasn't unlike the first time. Mr. B had a thing for PowerPoints and us both being blind. We were thrown together in our quest for better notes, not seeing the necessity with our grumbling irritants. I turned to you for some sort of sympathy, and you just smiled and said, don't worry, if you're not sure what's going to be on the test, just say Chuck Norris. He's the answer to everything. And once again, you were bringing that sunshine to my life, if only for a brief moment. And when it was over, I knew what it felt like to miss you. But my chance at a stronger bond was long gone. And I saw no use over crying over spilt milk. So when I moved away, I deleted you from Facebook, not realizing that a moment, no matter how brief, can change your life. Not knowing that a bond needn't have the strength of a soulmate, a brother, a friend, to be important. And this was a decision that I would come to regret. It happened a year later. I was in math class when I got the text, and immediately I knew something wrong, because nothing ever good ever came from a message telling you to avoid Facebook. The dread built for hours, driving myself crazy with all of the scenarios. Maybe there was an accident, or an old teacher had gotten sick. 1,001 possibilities ran through my head before I was able to make that phone call and get to the bottom of this. But when she spoke, I was in no way prepared to hear what she had to say. Sean, the boy who said Chuck Norris, the answer to everything, is dead. No matter what you came to expect, death always has a way of surprising you.
Wow.